Hello everyone and welcome. This week I'm going to be picking my March TBR. So I did pretty good on my February TBR. I got 4 out of 6 read. But I ended up, so one of my books on my TBR was Ruthless Fae, the second book in Zodiac Academy, and then I just kind of had to go right into book 3, so things got kind of messed up with my TBR. But I'm really wanting to continue series, so I'm not really mad about that. I'm going to continue this month with what I did last month, which is I'm going to pick like 4 or 5 from the jar, and then I'm going to pick one book that is from a series that I'm continuing, because I really do want to prioritize these series and not kind of get stuck and forget everything. Other than series, I don't really have anything I'm prioritizing because I've abandoned my winter TBR. Winter is like gone basically where I'm at, and I haven't set up my spring TBR yet. So I'm just going to be kind of just picking what I want based off these prompts and picking one series at least to continue. But let's just start. Let's get started with the first prompt for March. Let's see. I had a great TBR in February. I really want that again. Ooh, perfect. Continue. I hope you can see that. Continue a series. So, I have a few options for this. Let me take a look. Okay, so I definitely have a few options for this one. I'm thinking we have Queen of Nothing, which is the Cruel Prince Folk of the Air trilogy. We have the third and final book in the Emily Wilde trilogy, which is what I'm kind of leaning towards. I have Power Play. I think I'm going to go with Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. And this is the third and final book in the Emily Wilde trilogy. And I am really loving this trilogy. I really want to get to this book and find out what's going to happen. So in this series, in the first book, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, we are following Professor Emily Wilde. And she is creating the first ever Encyclopedia of Fairies. And her studies take her to a small village where she is studying some of the fae there called the Hidden Ones. And her academic rival, Wendell Bamblebee, shows up and gets caught up in her work. And we are following her journey throughout her research. And book 1 was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Book 2 was even better. So I am very excited to get to book 3. So that's one series I'm already continuing. So I'll be continuing at least 2 series this month, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and pick the second prompt. Hopefully things will stay. I have a few prompts in here I'm not excited about, but okay. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay. The same color as my shirt. So I'm wearing a gray shirt. I feel like that's gonna be kind of difficult, but I'm gonna take a look. Okay, so I actually have more options for this than I thought I would. So I'm thinking Lady of Darkness, City of Gods and Monsters, or Empire of Flame and Thorns. There's also the Queen of Nothing, but I'm thinking Lady of Darkness. I really want to start this one because it's interconnected to another series that I really, really want to read, but I've heard I should read Lady of Darkness first. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pick Lady of Darkness. Okay, so in Lady of Darkness, it looks like we are following Scarlet, who is an assassin, and then she is captured, and she is presented with a job, and if she completes this job, her payment is revenge against the Fae Fire Prince who killed her mother. And then some of the children start disappearing, and she puts her plans on hold to try to help. I don't really know much about this one. I just know I've heard it's recommended to read this one before that other series that I cannot think of the name of right now, but I'm excited to get started on this. All right, book number 3 is going to be, let's see. Oh, this is gonna be tough for me. Okay, a book with an urban setting, which I don't really read a lot of books with urban settings. It's not my favorite fantasies with urban settings specifically, but let me think about it. Okay, so I don't have a ton of options for this one because I don't really save a ton of urban fantasies to my TBR because I don't tend to enjoy them as much. And I have like contemporary romances, I guess, that would work, but I kind of am wanting to try more urban fantasy. So the few options that I found are Jade City, City of Gods and Monsters, and Shardless. I'm not sure if that's urban or not. What I think I want to go with is Jade City by Fonda Lee. This is one I've heard really, really good things about, and I've been wanting to read. It's on my 26th of 2026, I believe. And in this one, we are following one of two crime syndicates that control the island of Kekon. And this is the only place in the world that produces magical jade. And this jade grants people with the right training and heritage superhuman abilities. And there is tension between the crime families that ends up causing a war, it sounds like. I don't know, it sounds really interesting. It does. And I mean, I can't really say I don't like urban fantasy. I just haven't read a lot of urban fantasy, so I have high hopes for this one. But let's move on to book number 4. I think I'm going to pick 5, and then I will just pick a series like I did last month. Okay. A book with a person on the cover. I mean, it's probably going to end up being a contemporary romance. I don't know. I'm going to have a look. So my options for this one are Power Play, Smoke and Scar, and the third book in the Eden series. I can't remember the name right now. Garnet Falls? Anyway, out of those choices, I think I'm going to go with, I want to change it up a little bit. I think I'm going to put in Power Play by Chelsea Curto. And this is the second book in the DC Stars series, so I'm also continuing another series. These are like interconnected standalones, but still. And I just read Face Off, the first book, in February and loved it unexpectedly, so I am very excited to continue this. And this is an interconnected standalone series of hockey romance, where we are following a different member of the hockey team in each book. And I believe in this one we are following the team's goalie, Liam. But I am super excited for this. I was really hoping to get this because, like I said, I think I gave Face Off 5 stars. I really loved it. And I'm not usually one to love contemporary romance, so I was very pleasantly surprised by that. But let's pick the final prompt before we pick the series that I'm going to continue. But this will be the last prompt for March. Okay, that's not great. Okay. Seasonal pick. And I was just talking about how I don't really have any seasonal picks right now. Let me see if I can find, I'll try to find something. Okay, so this one was kind of difficult because I kind of feel in between seasons, but my options were that I came up with, I had Spring of Ruin, I had Grim Curiosities, and I had this one. I had Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. And Wild Reverence is what I ended up going with. I mean, it's springy, it's got flowers on the cover, and I'm just really dying to read this. Divine Rivals, which this is like kind of a prequel for, is one of my favorites of all time. This is set years before that, but it's still set in the same world, I believe. We're following a goddess and a mortal man, and this mortal man named Vincent has been dreaming of this goddess Matilda, even though they have never met. And 10 years ago, he wrote to Matilda on the darkest night of his life, begging the goddess he befriended in his dreams to help him. His request goes unanswered, and he becomes a hardened, irreverent lord of the river who has long forgotten Matilda, until she comes tumbling into his bedroom window with a letter for him. This sounds really good. I've heard really good things. I absolutely love Rebecca Ross's writing. She's one of my favorite authors. So I've had this on my shelf for months because I know I'm gonna love it, and I don't know, I'm kind of gonna be sad when it's over. All right, that's the last prompt, but for the 6th and final book of March, I'm going to be continuing Zodiac Academy once again, because the way the third one left off, I have to continue. I am loving this series. I was wanting to just binge the whole thing, which isn't something I usually do. I probably won't do that, but I do really want to continue. And in Zodiac Academy, we are following twins Tori and Darcy, who are long lost princesses and heirs to the Fae throne, and they are found and brought back to Solaria, where they find out that there were 4 celestial heirs who were meant to take the throne before them. And the heirs are not happy about this, so they are trying to viciously bully the twins out of the academy, because if the twins don't graduate, then they cannot take the throne. And this series is just really fast and fun and bingeable, and things just got really exciting, so I'm very happy about that. This is a great TBR this month. I'm continuing a few series and also just reading some books that I'm very highly anticipated for me. But that is going to be all of the books on my TBR this month. If you're interested, I always have my Instagram and my Goodreads linked in the description. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I hope to see you all in the next one.